What is going on, everybody? Product Pros back at you with another knife review. Got the TAC Force 711 in today. We'll go ahead and gonna do a review on it. This thing is super cool so far. Let's go ahead, dive onto the review and see what we got. Alright, so right off the bat, the trigger on this thing is awesome. Super fast, super easy. Very little push down on there to get it to open it up. Not bad at all. Like it a lot. Next thing is this blade. Super nice looking blade on here. It's kind of loaded. I'll show you guys what I mean by that. So right here, you got your saw back, half serrated, half straight blade, drop point right there, and the point on the thing, the point could use some improvement. Definitely not super sharp. Technically with the drop point blades, the points aren't supposed to be as sharp compared to the clip points or a trailing point, but it's not too bad. The only thing I really don't like about the blade on it is the sawbacks. It's nice to have the sawbacks, but I like them to either angle one way or the other so they have better catch on wood that you're cutting. But not a bad problem at all. I like the color. It's a black oxidation right there on that stainless steel blade. You got your TAC Force logo right there. And like I was saying, guys, you can see the sawback right there, a little better view right there. They're just up and down. There's no angle going that way or no angle going back the other way just to get the good catch. On the back of the blade, you have your information where it's made, the model number. Pretty standard for the TAC Force knives. The knife itself actually seems to be pretty sharp. I'm getting a couple hairs, not bad at all. TAC Force is kind of hit or miss with their blades. Sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're really bad. This one's about average, but let's go ahead and grab some paper and see what we're dealing with. Alright, let's go ahead and test out the sharpness and see what we're dealing with. Pretty decent right out of the box. Let's go ahead and do on this slide down right here. So, start on the back. There was a little bit of ripping. I'm going to try that one more time. Trying to get it at an angle this time. Straight down was not too bad. So, let's see. Yeah, so there's a little bit of ripping, but it's actually not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and test out the point on this thing. It actually seems to be, it's not that great, but let's go ahead and see if there's any push right here. Yeah, definitely is some push to get that through. So not the sharpest point. Definitely you can tell it's a drop point because usually the drop points don't have as sharp as a point. But right there, not a problem on that cut down. It's actually not too bad at all. TAC Force did a pretty good job on this one. Alright guys, just as I expected. Not super sharp, not super dull. You might want to run it through a stone once or twice to really get it super sharp. But TAC Force out of the box sometimes aren't the best. So, it's hit or miss on the blade right there. I do like all the aspects on it, though. I do like, how you put that half serration and the half straight blade and the sawback, the 3-in-1. Really nice right there. Let's go ahead and dive deeper on into that handle and the details right there. So, I'm going to give you guys a little close-up. As you can see, you got your aluminum handle on both sides. Identical belt clip on the back. This thing's kind of loaded, especially, for a tactical knife, it has to be. It's got the seatbelt cutter right here. And then on the back, as you can see, you've got your glass breaker. And I like how they incorporated the lanyard hole into the glass breaker. For some reason, you need a lanyard. You got your lanyard hole right there, incorporated into that glass breaker. Got your liner lock in right there. As you can see, easy, one open, one hand close and open. Not bad at all. And last but not least, we have got this belt clip right here. Little stainless steel oxidized black right there. Seems to be pretty beefy. Let's see if I can get some. Yeah, definitely. I can barely even pull that thing up with my fingers. Kind of curious to see how this thing's going to end up in the pocket. I can already tell. I'm not sure how I'm going to like this belt clip. Just because, show you one last time, you can see that real sharp drop right there at the beginning of the belt clip. So it's probably going to fray, especially with being as tight as it is. But let's go ahead and check it out and see what we're dealing with in the pocket. All right, right off the bat, I'm already saying that this thumb ramp piece right here is going to catch on the pocket. So let's see if I'm correct. Slides in. Alright, it actually didn't do that time. The one thing I do like about this knife is how high up on the belt clip is positioned on the knife itself. So there's really not a lot of knife sticking out, as you can see right there. Let's see on the pullout. Good pullout. There's not a bunch of catch either right there. Let's try that one more time. So, printing, that's so-so. You kind of see a little bit, especially with these lighter jeans. Concealability, however, not bad. Kind of filled in your pocket. It's a bit tad heavy, but not too bad either. Pulls out one-handed, and you're good to go. Alright, the belt clip itself is not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. However, that thumb ramp right there does catch on your pocket, so you kind of have to move it off to the side to get it to go all the way down in there. Kind of hit or miss on that. Speaking of that thumb ramp, I forgot to mention it. Got a real nice thumb ramp on here. The grip on this thing is amazing. Go ahead and give you guys a close-up on that. As you can see, it kind of extends out from the top of the knife itself. You got little micro jippings right there on the thumb groove. I really like it a lot. You know, you try to slide your thumb up and it really does not go. I like it a lot. You can get really good grip on this thing if you're cutting, anything like that. Let's see on a defensive standpoint. Yeah, it even feels good at a defensive standpoint. You do have that glass break at the top, and usually they're super pointy and kind of hurt your thumb. This one isn't as bad, nearly as bad as some of the other ones. But yeah, this is good right here in that grip. Really nice ergonomically shaped handle. Fits really nice in your hand. The only thing for me with an all aluminum handle, it does get a little bit sweaty, but that's not a problem because of all the texture itself on the handle. Go ahead and show you guys that real quick. So as you guys can see, it's textured right here on both sides to give you a really nice grip right there. On the back, you've got grip for the back of your hand, your palm. I mean, overall, guys, this knife is really nice. It's more of a tactical knife, but I mean, you could use it as an everyday carry because it is comfortable. The pocket is kind of a hit or miss, and it's actually pretty lightweight. That's the kind of thing I was surprised. You know, with an all aluminum knife, stainless steel for a rather larger knife too, it's actually not that bad on the weight. Let's go ahead and grab some measurements and see what we're dealing with. Man, I can already tell this thing's gonna be a little heavy, but let's go ahead and throw it on the scale and see what we're dealing with. So 5.08, 5, so right on the dot on 5. So actually, it's actually a little lighter than I expected. You know, it seems to be a pretty heavy knife, you know, in the pocket and whatnot, but let's go ahead and see what we're dealing with this weight measure on the size right here. I'm predicting probably around 8 inches total, maybe a little larger actually. Yeah, this thing's actually almost 9, it's on 9 inches on the dot. It's a rather larger knife. You know, usually a standard's around 7.5, 8 inches. And to only be 5 ounces is not too bad. Kind of curious on the size of the blade right here. Yeah, 3 3/4 inch blade. So that's a really large blade. You got about 1 1/4 inches of serration and about, let's see, 2.5 inches of straight blade, which I really like. You know, sometimes they try and overdo it and they put half and half, but you know, sometimes it's nicer to have that extra cutting, slicing room right there rather than having all that serration. So that is a plus right there. Let's see what this thing's dealing with fully closed with that glass breaker. You're going to be looking at about 5 inches, just shy of 5 inches. So rather large one for this size actually. All right, so just around average for, you know, 9-inch knife, 5.1 ounces is not bad at all. You know, overall, I'm really impressed with this knife. There's really not anything besides that belt clip, not even the belt clip. It's that thumb ramp right there that's kind of catching it in and out of the pocket. But that's going to be my only con with the knife. You know, it's super fast, pretty sharp. You could run it through a stone once or twice. You do have really nice features. The grip, can't go wrong with this grip. Everything on here, I mean, it's loaded. You've got your seatbelt cutter, glass breaker, lanyard hole, belt clip, half-serrated, half straight blade. I mean, there's just so much on this knife, and it's a pretty cheap knife, too. If you guys want to check it out, I'll leave that link down below if you want to go check it out on Amazon. I think they're around, I mean, they can't be more than 10, 11, 12 bucks. So if you want to check it out, it's a sweet little tactical knife for you guys on a budget. Definitely should be the one to check out. It is the TAC Force 711. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Be sure to like us on social media. We've got the Instagram, the Snapchat, the Facebook, the Twitter, all that and more. Check us out at Product Probes. We're following back the first 100 people on Twitter and Instagram. So I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and we will see you guys on the next one.